This is Donald Trump, and I approve the good vibes only experience.
You are
G.V.O. Good Vibes Only. And you're tuned in to the Good Vibes Only experience.
What's happening? It's your boy G.V.O. Good Vibes Only, and you are tuning in to the Good Vibes Only experience. Today, I got a personal friend, business partner, big homie, big dog with me in the building. As a matter of fact, I'll let him introduce himself.
What's going on? So it's most from coast to coast, the world famous Marl the Martian. Check me out at marlthemartian.com for all my latest singles and events. How you doing?
Oh man, I'm doing all right, man. Just let listeners know, before we move forward, the show is sponsored by the Union 2121, and we are brought to you by DLE Radio, man. So man, what's up, big dog? How you feeling, brother?
Actually, man, I'm really good, man. Thanks for asking. I appreciate you pulling up on me, checking me out.
Okay, man. Just to go ahead and get straight into it, can you just introduce yourself, give the listeners a brief introduction of who you are?
Sure. For people who don't know, I am Marl the Martian, a.k.a. Marl Bloxon. I'm a 3-time award-nominated singer, songwriter, producer, DJ, music producer. I've been on this journey, I'd probably say at least since about 16. I've worked with Gerald Levert. I've had mentors like, Gerald himself, Pete Tokar, my homie Teddy, who tried to, of course, bring me back into the Travell family as well. Because, of course, things changed when Joe started doing more solo stuff.
Got you. So, yeah, I mean, that's actually...
And I'm dating myself by telling
how old you are.
Yeah, I'm telling all the trade secrets.
All right, man. So that's actually a dope catalog. Would you say that some of those guys inspired you, or who would you say inspired you to do music?
Believe it or not, my mom used to sing with Bobby Womack, Michael Stanley, and fun fact, a lot of people don't realize I actually grew up in Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay.
So if you're wondering why I keep talking about all these Cleveland artists, because that's where I first got my roots and started kicking at. The whole New York, Las Vegas situation happened, years later into my 20s, but I did a whole lot, believe it or not, in my teens.
Okay, man, that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
All right, so you say my dude, that's what's up, man. Okay, so we come from a musical family.
Yeah, you can look her up. Like my first major experience, I think I was 13. I opened for James Brown, singing with her at the Front Row Theater in Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh man, okay, so you really got your foot in the door with the music.
Yeah.
Okay, well I mean, what can you share in the recent achievements that you achieved, brother?
I wouldn't talk about achievement. I just call it work, man. The last thing I did was I was on tour with Moneybagg Yo last year as a video tech, because a lot of people know me not just for being in front of the camera or on the mic or behind the MPC, but they also know me for, the guy that's making other guys look and sound good, because I've figured out that you can still make money in this business if you know some of the people.
Got you.
And know how to run the gear. You know what I'm saying? Because, my first passion or first love obviously was playing it and listening to it as a DJ.
Okay.
But that transitioned into everyone knew I could always sing. It's just that is one of those things it's like, it's cool, it's fun, but I sometimes get bored of it because everybody can rap, everybody can sing. You know what I'm saying? That's everybody can make a beat now with Beat Lab.
Oh man, tell me about it, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So those things aren't important. The things that are important are when the show is actually going live. That's when people really appreciate and will pay top dollar to ensure that the show goes on. It's like, well, what do you mean? Without a sound man, the show ain't happening.
Oh man, I already know, man. Hey, so let me ask you this question. This is something I like to ask all my guests, and this is for listeners because I know you got fans. I've seen the videos.
Oh, man,
I tapped into your work. What's something outside of music? What's something that listeners and your fans do not know about you?
Believe it or not, I was a NASA kid, man.
Okay.
My dad used to take me. So back to the Ohio days, my dad used to take me out to the NASA Center, which is next to the Football Hall of Fame out in Akron, Ohio.
Okay.
A lot of people don't realize that. My dad used to drive me, I think it was every Friday after school to go to the NASA camp and go do that stuff for a few hours every week. So I wrestled, played football, but the NASA thing really was my thing. And believe it or not, I know this sounds crazy, and I've had a fun life, and I made a lot of money making music, but one thing I wish I'd have, if I could do it all over again, I probably would have stuck with the NASA thing.
With the NASA thing, man, my boy is multi-talented around here, man. my boy building rocket ships, playing pianos, and stealing your women with the music. Hey, man, so let me ask you, man, as of right now, let the listeners know what's something exciting that you're working on right now.
Right now, I'm going through some of the archives because the urgency and resurgence of real artists is back. If you don't believe me, look at what just recently happened in Louisiana, even though it was a mixed bag with the Hot Boys. And I'm going to push the narrative further. I'm quite sure you're seeing the resurgence, i.e. LL Cool J.
Right.
You're seeing
he dropped the video yesterday.
Yeah, he's got a whole new album coming out. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is, and I mean this with the utmost respect to up and coming and young talent. There was a reason why there was an artist development program. There was a reason. There was a reason why artists were vetted the way that they were. And I'm glad things like social media exist. Just because you can make music doesn't mean you should.
Got you. So let me ask you a question. Well, another question. Describe your process of creating music.
There's two different sides to me when it comes to that. There's the business aspect, because I learned from your Molly T's, your Pete Tokars, that when you're given an assignment, because these are guys who have produced records with some of the giants out there, and feel free to look them up.
Correct. All right.
You're given an assignment. Your job is to bring life to whatever the artist and or the client is asking you to do. And then there's passion projects.
Got you.
And that's something that usually comes from life experience or literally a dream or something. Like, I'm quite sure you and I were just communicating via Instagram the other day about you got a dream of a beat, you're brushing your teeth. You know exactly which one I'm talking about.
And it sounds absolutely nothing like it was in your head.
Right. You go into the lab and it doesn't always come out that way. But let's be realistic. We have enough hours in it to where a lot of times it does.
Right. That's correct.
A lot of times it does.
Yeah.
So where I'm at right now is I want to get back to doing more passion projects, because I've already realized that making music for companies via, because everyone talks about sync licensing, because I've done that.
Right.
You're usually doing something for an end result, and it will burn you out after a while because you don't care about it.
Correct.
You're just looking to do something that you know that this could be used for this. And don't get me wrong, I like some of this, for lack of a better term, campy music.
Right.
It's not terrible. It's not. Some of it can be fun.
Right.
But when it's not fun anymore and the publishing checks start diminishing, it's like, the reason why I'm bored is I'm not inspired and I'm not doing enough stuff that I care about.
I gotta interject because you're leading right into the next question, which is, if you could change anything about the industry, what would you change?
I would change the ability or remind artists that you can't just steal a beat off YouTube and expect your stuff to blow up.
Correct.
No one ever has done that successfully.
Right.
I know you think that's how it works, but it doesn't. If you don't know who Ray Daniels is, you should look him up. Ray Daniels, of course, didn't say it blatantly because he was trying to be nice because Ray Daniels is connected, and I understand him protecting his brand, and I appreciate that. But he literally told you guys that it costs money to get on the radio.
Exactly.
So I'm going to save you some time, effort, and a whole lot of money. Go get a trade.
You hear that? Go get a trade. You need a job outside of the hustle because the music money
ain't it. It costs. I'm telling you, for someone who has made money in this game, who has seen publishing checks, who have seen upfront money, I'm telling you, even when it's all said and done, either A, you break even. If you don't break even, more times than not, and I'm being very, very diplomatic when I say this, you're usually in the red.
That's true. Not only because just give it experience. Whenever you accept an advance, you're automatically in debt.
I didn't want to say that, but you said it. So you understand why I had to get back to, again, doing passion projects. Like Ray Blaylock and tons of other producers, writers, etc. have reached out to me and have literally said, I can't believe that you're talking about not doing music anymore. And I'm like, well, sometimes it's frustrating and hard to motivate myself to do something that I love, that I feel that does not always love me back.
Got you. Okay, so that's some actually good knowledge right there. My boy just dropped down. He dropped some good juice. So I hope you guys are listening right now. So let me ask you, man, what's next for Marlo the Martian?
Some of the stuff that we talked about earlier, you know I'm not going to put on here.
Right, yeah, all right. Please don't.
But right now, I'm thinking about what most businesses should be thinking about. I'm thinking about possibly moving to a different market because I feel whether you or anyone else, and I'm not hating on the Atlanta scene, I'm just talking about what it is. Atlanta's not what it was in the early 2000s. And because you no longer have a real viable club scene and it's now become a complex / dive bar scene, the money that I want to make as a corporate DJ, I don't believe exists here anymore.
No, you're absolutely correct. I don't think it exists anywhere in the world.
No, I do. I do believe it still exists because there's markets. Let's be realistic. If we move to middle America and there aren't a lot of options, I have no problem with telling you I could go back to Ohio where there's not a ton of DJs and only focus on corporate stuff. I'm not gonna do anything but weddings and do only corporate events. I'm probably gonna yield about $3,000 or more per event. Easy. Simply because there aren't as many options, right? Especially at the scale that we can do it at. Because I can do block parties, I can get an array system, I can do a lot of stuff that your mom and pop simply just can't do.
Just can't do that.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not interested in just doing your little local karaoke event for $150, $200, not including the fact that that's been the rate since the early 2000s. That's not a good rate anymore.
Man, look here, on the DJing side, I was offered a wedding, 6 hours.
How much?
$400.
I'm hanging up the phone.
Thank you, but no thank you.
Yeah, I wouldn't even have said that. It would have just been, so what's the rate? $400. Click.
Click.
I think our phone got disconnected. No, I think you're insane.
My dog Marlo, man. So, man, our time is about up, man. You want to tell everybody how they can find you?
Man, I'm going to say it again. You can find me at marlothemartian.com or iammdm.com. If you don't know, I am the host of the most coast to coast, the world famous. Please check me out at Marlo, MARLODA, Martian.com. That has all my social media stuff, whether it's IG, Facebook. That's pretty much my main vehicle is IG. I'm on TikTok every now and then, but everything I'm easy to find is Marlo DA Martian.
Oh man, and appreciate everybody tuning in today. Marlo's gonna bless us with his newest single right now, featuring Smack, Waffle House, along with the DJ mix. Got anything else you want to add before we get up out of here?
Shout out to my homie Smackwater. Shout out, of course, to Good Vibes Only. By the way, I don't know if I told you, I really like the new branding.
Appreciate you, brother.
You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. I miss the old Sith Lord. I miss the Sith Lord. Hey, can we cuss on here?
Oh yeah, man.
Okay. Bitches love Sith Lords.
Bitches love Sith Lords.
I miss the Sith Lord, but this new positive, corporate clean. Chris, I like him too. It's cool. I like it. So appreciate it, man. Stay positive. Keep the glow, and on to the next show, man.
Oh man, my dog. I appreciate you coming out, man. This is G.V.O. Good Vibes Only, and you are tuned in to the Good Vibes Only experience. Catch me next Friday, 3 p.m. See you. Boom.